Nope. Give me my money back. I want my money back. Not one time in this movie was there a witch riding around on a broomstick with a pointy black hat. Bullshit. They did not portray witches right. I'm kidding, guys. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? It's all about Mike 18 here, back with another movie review. Reviewing a movie. I'm gonna try my best to remember what happened in the movie, because I saw it like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, saw it 3 weeks ago. This is gonna be fun. 3 weeks ago. Guys, yes, in this video, I am going to be reviewing, if I can get the poster up on my phone. I obviously don't have a printed version of the poster. The Witch. She be the witch. I cannot speak in that, like, you know, New England accent. I can't do it. 17th century New England accents. I don't know how the hell they did it in this movie. Anyway, guys, I am sorry this review is late. I just shot my Zootopia review, like, literally 20 minutes ago. And I got my thoughts together for this. It's already dark. It was light in that review. Okay, so yes, guys, as I said in my Zootopia review, I'm going to just preface this video by saying I am so incredibly sorry. This last week, I literally did not upload anything. There was nothing on my channel, and I posted on Facebook, my Facebook page and everything, saying I'm sorry, guys. It's been so scarce that I haven't had a video up in such a long time. I've just dealt not only with school stuff this week, but I had a lot of personal family things going on. Just crap I'm not even going to get into. So it was a very rough week for me. I really, really apologize that I did not get anything up in a while. I'm going to change that. I saw Zootopia this weekend. I'm finally reviewing The Witch. This review is going to be like 3 weeks old. I'm so sorry by the time I get this up, but I know you guys would enjoy it nonetheless. So yes, I saw The Witch a couple weeks ago. For whatever reason, I just forgot to review it, so I am going to literally do my best to remember my exact thoughts. This is one thing I hate. I hate whenever I see a movie and I review it like 2 weeks after I've seen it, and I just don't remember it all too well. So I'm going to literally do my best to go from memory here. Anyway, guys, yes, and also I'm sorry I'm not in my normal surrounding. I am at school right now. It's 6:30 on a Saturday night. I have work to go do after I shoot this review, but I gotta get something shot for you guys because I owe you guys videos. So without further ado, let's get into my thoughts on The Witch. Now, The Witch is distributed from A24. Shut up, helicopter. The Witch is distributed from A24, as you guys know, one of my favorite film distribution companies working today. I love them to death. They have done nothing but good things. I have not seen a bad movie from them, and after seeing The Witch, that statement still stands. I still have not seen a movie I am going to end up giving a grade lower than an A to, okay? An A minus. What does that tell you? They're on fire. I can't wait to see what they do next. So, guys, yes, The Witch is a film from a first-time writer-director. Yeah. Robert Eggers? Eggers? Probably butchering the guy's name. I'm sorry. And it tells the story of this. It's set in like the 17th century, like olden times, you know what I mean, in New England, and we focus on this highly, devoutly religious Puritan family that gets outcast from this town that they're a part of or whatever. They're sent to live away from this town, and they eventually make their own sort of life, their own sort of home, their own sort of like community, just within, you know, the constraints of the family. You know, it's just a mother, a father, and their children. They have a young sort of teenage daughter, 2 young twins, an oldest son, and a newborn baby, and they're making a life for themselves, sort of like, you know, agrarian, you know, living like, you know, setting up crops and everything, and they have farm animals. They've created their own like little hut and everything. And the entire movie shows them struggling as they are being plagued by what they believe, or what their children believe, is a witch. They believe witchcraft is coming into play and affecting them, affecting their crops and everything, and attacking the family themselves. And they need to sort of combat this huge conflict that is not only just harming them physically and just ruining their family, their familial structure, but it's also severely testing their faith. And that, my friends, is the premise of The Witch. She beeth a witch. I cannot do the accents. First off, right off the bat, before I go any further, damn it, I don't know any of the actors in this movie, but my word, praise every single one of them for literally killing their New England 17th, 16th century accents. They freaking killed it in this movie, man. I couldn't get over how perfect not only the screenwriting was. I was gonna give like specific examples of some words that they like, or phrases that a 17th century Puritan would say, but it's been 2 weeks since I've seen the movie, so I completely forget. I'm sorry about that, guys, but just mark my words, you will not be upset with their perfect English accents. It's literally on point. And the script is obviously, you know, testament of that as well. Now, guys, I'm going to say something that really upsets me about the distribution of this movie and how it's spread to the mainstream audience and how they've responded to this movie, because this is very important. This is what pisses me off about people who don't appreciate film as an art form, okay? Because I guarantee you every single person that went into the theater opening weekend to see this movie and therefore turned around and said this movie sucked, it was boring, it wasn't scary, they all thought, because of the way the film was marketed, this is going to be a terrifying jump scare galore thriller where the hand comes up, blah, you know, and somebody jumps out and scares the shit out of them, and then they just jump in their seats, and that's what they thought this movie was going to be. And The Witch totally throws a 180 and is very far from that type of horror movie. This is that type of psychological horror movie where the characters in this movie are tested on their beliefs, their faith, their limits. How far are they willing to go to protect their family, or how far are they willing to go to, you know, test their own beliefs in God, especially. And that is what makes this movie terrifying and chilling and very eerie. It gives you that very eerie and dreadful tone. That is what makes this movie horrifying. Not the fact that it's actually scary and filled with just fake garbage jump scares and terrible CG. No, everything in this movie feels real and natural because you are immediately connected with a family that is being tormented psychologically and spiritually with their faith. And that is why The Witch works as a horror thriller movie. Okay, I'm not going to call it a straight up horror, like slasher-ish, but I guess you would define it in that genre. But that is the problem that happened with this movie, and it's not A24's fault. They took a chance with this movie. 9 times out of 10, the films they get and distribute are very, not art house, but they're for film lovers like myself who appreciate good storytelling. They don't need shit explained to them, like literally, like, oh, here, this is what's happening in the movie. Let me just have this character say it in dialogue, or jump scares every 20 seconds, or somebody having sex with somebody else, as we get in most crappy garbage Hollywood just horror movies nowadays. The Witch is not that type of horror movie, and that is what this audience wanted. That is what the masses wanted, and because they didn't get that, they all gave this movie crappy reviews, a terrible cinema score of like a C-, and it has like a 49% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, because the general public, they're not ready for these types of movies. And that is why maybe A24, they're going to continue distributing films just in small limited releases to the people who are willing to go and seek out so many, you know, art films like this that really are expressive and make you think and make you open your mind and you use your brain to think about what the filmmaker's trying to say, instead of just having everything thrown at the screen in front of you like the main masses want. And that is why The Witch didn't work on a commercial level, okay, or in terms of audience reception. And it's such a damn shame, because A24 distributed yet another terrific movie with hardly any flaws, and it's just a damn shame that movies like this can't be distributed to a wide audience, because they don't love it, they don't appreciate it, and that's what just pisses me off beyond belief. And it's so infuriating to me, but I'm going to stop talking about that because it's pissing me off. But A24, you did a good job, okay? You distributed and financed and, funded and distributed another terrific, just engaging, engrossing story. And that is what they are best for. And screw all the audiences that complained about this movie, complained about there being a lack of scares and everything. Okay, that's it. Rant done. Back to the movie. I love what this movie was trying to say about faith and temptation and how it's everywhere, okay? And everybody at one point in their another will not only test their faith, but 9 times out of 10 succumb to it, because one can only keep up the beliefs they have for so long with so many vices and temptations that lie within the world, lie all around us. That is what tests the limits of these characters, the witchcraft, the temptation. There is a young son in this movie, and in my opinion, one of the most creepy and disturbing moments in the movie is also one of the most powerful, one of the most true, when the young son is lured out into the woods by the image of a very seductive, young-looking woman, okay, half naked. That is just the perfect definition of what temptation is and what vices do to those who have such strong faith values. And I love what this movie was trying to say with that. And that, my friends, is what makes this movie so psychologically creepy and disturbing. You see this family literally tear themselves apart as this film progresses because they don't know who the witch is. They don't know why they are being attacked, okay, in this movie. They don't know why they've been picked, and their faith and their beliefs are constantly being tested because they're always praying to God. They're begging for forgiveness. They're begging for the right answers. They don't know what to do, and they're still being constantly tested and pushed. And I think there's not one character in this movie who commits sin. I think every single character in this movie at some point or another commits sin in some way, minus maybe the young children, okay? And I love what what the filmmakers are trying to say with that, okay? In terms of religion and faith and devotion. And how that's always constantly, and that's a testament of today. That happens today. I myself am a Catholic man, okay? I am. Am I always like, am I 100%? Yeah. Do I go to church every week? No. Am I like that every single week? Am I so 100% devout? No. Because outside vices tempt me. I succumb to temptation myself. And that's why this movie hit me and spoke so well to me. And it does it in such a creepy way where we see this family fall apart. And that is what is horrifying and terrifying. Apart from that, cinematically, the film is gorgeously shot. The cuts are beautiful, and the performances are stellar. Anna Taylor-Joy, who plays Thomasin in this movie, the young 17, 16-year-old girl who is looked at as the witch, okay, by her younger siblings or whatever. She is brilliant in this movie. I love her character journey specifically. I love the ending. The ending of this movie is pure brilliance. It's just flat out jaw-dropping. I loved where they took the characters, and just the best part about this movie, as I've been saying over and over again, I know I tend to repeat myself so much, but the best part about this movie is how the script takes these characters, this devout family, on a journey, and just seeing them falling apart, literally piece by piece, beat by beat in the story. There feels like a natural progression for these characters, a natural de-evolution. I don't even know if that's the right word I'm looking for. But everything feels earned. Everything feels successful. I love how the story is told. Fantastically shot, edited, scored. I love how they didn't rely on like CG or anything. Not that there is like an overabundance of like special effects, but again, they relied on storytelling and theme to sort of place that sense of fear and dread. That's the word to describe how you're feeling as you're watching this movie. A horrifying feeling of dread as you're watching this family hit their lowest low, being tempted from outside forces within their tight-knit group, and then just seeing them all falling apart throughout the entire duration of the movie. And that is the payoff for the witch. I was seriously engaged and constantly into this entire movie. I loved it, okay? I really thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed what the film was trying to say, what it succeeded in saying, and how thrilling and creepy it was on a psychological standpoint. That is why The Witch works, and that is why I am going to give The Witch a grade of a 9 out of 10 or an A minus. One of the most intriguing, thought-provoking, just psychologically disturbing films I've seen all year. If I had to complain about anything, maybe I wanted more build-up or more of a setup with this plantation or this town that this family was outcast from. Maybe I wanted to see a little bit more into that life almost. I just wanted more of like an opening, maybe, if that makes sense. Like, that's just a minor little nitpick at this point. There might have been a few slow beats in the story here or there, but honestly, in my opinion, I was constantly engaged throughout most of it. So guys, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on The Witch. Now, I'm assuming most of you film lovers have already seen this movie. So if you have seen The Witch, let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, guys. I hope to keep getting videos to you guys as much as I can. I thank you guys for your patience. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.